What's good, the realest gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, the realest Barbie D. I'm back with another video, and right now, as you can see, I'm in my car. I'm driving, and I remember when I first started my YouTube videos, I was just in my car driving because we running errands, and I didn't have my own place. I feel like where I can actually like talk and whatever. But this video is gonna be different. I'm going to okay, so this video is gonna be different than the other videos that I had been posting. This is a little bit more personal. If you're new here, welcome, subscribe, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, girl. I missed you. I know you kind of miss me too, I guess. Right now I'm gonna go get my nails done. And while I'm driving, I just, I have so much things in my mind, and I noticed that, I feel like a lot of y'all have been been my friends these days, because I don't really have, like real friends in terms of like our entrepreneurs trying to be their own boss, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be a little bit of chit chat about, I made a video about being your own boss, leveling up for 2021, bossing up. And, this is going to be a little bit similar, but I want to share with y'all some things that, very important that I want to share with y'all. So if you're new here, I am the CEO of Luscious Eyelashes. I have my own lash brand, and I also help with wholesale lashes. I help young women start their own lash business. So if you're interested in that, follow me on Instagram and check out my website, link in the description below. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So, okay. I recently had been through some stuff, some situations that made me realize how important it is to actually like put yourself first over anything. And this goes with when I first started my own business, I had to leave a toxic relationship that was not serving me, and that was like my main motivation to actually, let me just focus on myself, and let me just be busy with something that I know I can build, that I could be proud of. And that's how I started my own business. And there's so much things in my mind, so I want to start with knowing your value, and knowing that stop stretching yourself too thin for people that are not giving you the same type of energy. It's not who are not matching your energy, being taken advantage of. And it's really hard when you're that type of person naturally, that you go all out for other people. You care so much about other people, and you go out of your way for others to because you're just a very genuinely caring person, you know what I'm saying? And this could be towards your family and your friends, and one thing is that not all your friends and your family are going to support you when you're trying to start your own business. So even my mom, like I talked to to you guys about her. I love her, but she doesn't get the entrepreneur mindset or whatever. So I don't really share with her anymore. I don't get excited and call her and be like, hey, guess what? I'm launching this, because even now, even when she calls and checks in with me, because she lives out of state, so whenever she calls and checks in with me, she's always like, oh, you're still selling, that people are still buying from you, da da da. The tone of her voice is she's very surprised, oh, you're still doing that, people are still buying from you. It's instead of actually being proud of me and actually I'm proud of you, you're doing this and that, it sounds like the vibe that I'm getting from her is like a hater vibe, or I hate to say that, but that's just the fact, you know what I'm saying? or like a surprise that, like, you know, oh, you know, I thought that was not gonna work out, but what, you're still doing that, like, for real? You know what I'm saying? And I you know, I learned not to actually be mad about it or take it too personal. And that's something that I want you guys to understand, is like, don't take things too personal. Because, you know, people like will always project their own insecurity. You know, if somebody like dislike my video, if you dislike my video, you know, if you're hating on me or whatever, which I have not even seen, like, I've seen, like, you know, dislikes, but, you know, people will not comment because, you know, I'm gonna see it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can't take that personally, because I just know that it's, you know, your own insecurity. Like, I have people like comment on my ads on my lash brand saying that, oh, that looks like a rat's nest, you know, like the lashes, that looks like a broom or whatever the heck, you know. They say stuff like that to actually, like, you know, because when I go to their page, they obviously don't wear no makeup, no nothing. They look, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with not wearing makeup, but you don't have to be commenting on people's pages or posts about being hateful about, oh, that looks like this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just sound like a hater. And if somebody like hates on your page, you know, on whoever's page, all you got to do is, you know, block and ban their page, okay? Block them on your social media and delete that comment, period. Because, you know what? They don't even deserve attention. They don't even deserve a reply. Or because, you know, in their mind, like, they're not really there. They're not really mature enough to actually, like, they're not mature, you know what I'm saying? But back to what I was talking about, stretching yourself too thin for other people. Like, I had a girl helping me. She, you know, she's 13, and she used to help me, like, package my orders. You know, I asked, you know, her because, for one, she wanted to get her own job, her own money, but she's only 13, so she was like trying to get a job at Popeye's Chicken. And I'm like, girl, you can do better than that. Like, why don't you just, you know, come over to my place and, you know, help me package orders, you know? So that was like helping me out for a bit. And her dad and I were friends, not like a hangout friend, but I've known him. And, you know, she's 13, so she doesn't have a car. And he wanted me to, like, either pick her up from school or, you know, meet halfway. And she lives like 20 to 25 minutes away from me. So that was kind of hard for her and, you know, her dad. And her dad is self-employed. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have, like, you know, he was basically complaining that it was too far for him to actually drop her off and pick her up. And, you know, before she even, like, tried to help me, or before I hired her to help me, and I'm not, you know, like I'm saying, it's not just here, she was just helping me, like, for free. I was actually paying her, and she would get to, you know, to my place, and she hasn't eaten anything, you know, so I would feed her. And, you know, I'm just so nice. Like, I'm just so, like, I don't know, like, I pay you. And then I gave her so much clothes, okay, that I never used because, you know, they were smaller on me, you know, that I ordered online. And then I just don't return them because I don't have the time to actually, you know, do all that returning, you know, my clothes to Fashion Nova or whatever. You know, I fed her, I gave her clothes. Like, I was doing the most for people, you know what I'm saying? And that's not just, like, for her, but, you know, with my exes, with my other friends, for my family. And that's just the type of person I am, period. But at the same time, people don't really appreciate, because they think that you're just gonna, you know, you're just too nice, like, you're just gonna do all this and that for them. Anyways, long story short, you know, we got, her dad and I got into it because I called. I was like, you know, I can't pick her up. You know, I need, you know, that's why I need her help, you know, because I don't have time to do all these things. Like, I need help packaging orders. And, you know, I was paying every single day. And, you know, when you work for somebody, you don't ask your boss to, like, pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how it works. It doesn't mean that, you know, that's the problem with hiring friends and family, because, you know, they get in their feelings and they think that they're privileged, or what is that word? They think they are entitled to be treated like VIP, when you're the one who actually needs them to, like, help you and pay them. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So my number one tip for y'all is, you know, it's best to not hire or work with your friends and family, period, because it gets messy, honestly. So another thing is, okay, so moral of the story, y'all, if it's a guy that you're dating, you're seeing, you're talking, or a friend, or your parents, or your family, it doesn't matter who they are. If they're not matching your energy, if they're not reciprocating the type of value you're giving to them, if you're, like, always there whenever you need them, but then whenever it's your turn to actually, like, need something, and they don't really give a shit, you know what I'm saying? They don't really care. They tend to, like, kind of, like, act like they never heard that you need something, you need help. It's not like they actually worry for, you know, if you need help, like, you know, go out of their way to actually, like, hey, are you okay? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you need help with your car or whatever? Like, you know, it could be anything. It could be anybody. And especially if it's a guy that you're talking to and, you know, he's just distracting you, with your goals. You know, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, okay, and he knows that you're, you know, trying to build your own business, and he doesn't really care about, you know, your time, or he's just wasting your time, he's just being inconsistent, or basically just wasting time, period. You know what I mean? Like, once you get into a situation when you feel like, oh, I'm just having fun, I'm not trying to, like, fall in love with somebody, you're like, that's, like, a big mistake, because, you know, the more you spend time with somebody, even if it's just a friend or a female friend, you know, go out with them, or whoever, period. Like, the more you spend time with somebody, the more you actually get attached to them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's just, like, human nature, especially women. So, like, us, we're always, like, emotional beings. So you need to learn how to, like, be on your own, and learn how to entertain your own self, and be busy with your goals, be busy with yourself, you know, and listen to other you can, like, read books, you can listen to audiobooks, you can watch out, like, you know, YouTube channels that talk about self-development, you know, like, because sometimes, a lot of times, actually, like, we know what's up, like, logically we know, like, oh, I need to get rid of this habit, I need to get rid of this people, or I need to start doing this and that. But, you know, it's really important and very it's very helpful to actually hear from other people, and then keep reminding yourself that, you know, oh yeah, you know what, that's right. Because, like, you know, it's a mental programming, and that's something that I wish I knew, like, a few years ago. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, a few years ago, before I started my business, like, I've always wanted to start my own business and everything, and I've been trying. And in the past, I was in the fitness industry, so I was, like, trying to do, like, the online training or whatever. And, you know, this guy that I dated, you know, he was very insecure. He didn't want me to actually level up. And, you know, that was, like, I was seeing the red flags. And you know, when you like somebody, you know, you kind of like, you get clouded with your judgment. So you start to make excuses for them. Long story short, you know, I did not start my business. You know, I was losing myself, and I forgot who I was, and I forgot that, you know what, like, I can do big things. Like, I can build a brand, you know, I can start my own business, I can focus on my money, I can focus on myself. And he didn't want to see me grow, because, you know, he was being insecure, and he felt like, you know, he knew I was gonna leave, or he felt like I was gonna leave or whatever, because, you know, he knew he was just a toxic person, period. Okay, so if I didn't leave that toxic relationship, and maybe you are going through something personally, you know what I'm saying? Because your personal life affects your work environment. So even if you're just, you know, if you have your own 9 to 5 job, or whatever, corporate job, or if you're, you know, working on your business, if your personal life is so messy, it affects your work environment. It affects your business. You know what I'm saying? So you need to be careful with the friends that you hang out with, the guys that you date. You know, I have this friend, and, you know, I've always said that she was my best friend, but I was the only one who was saying that she was I was the only one who was saying that, you know, oh, we're best friends, da da da, but she never mentions me as her best friend. You know what I mean? But anyways, like, I thought I had this friend, but she lives out of state, and, you know, if she ever finds this video, I mean, I don't really care, but I love her, and I will always love her, but it's not the same anymore as how I view. Like, I feel like this year, 2021 especially, like, I feel like I'm a new person now. You know, I feel like this isn't the new me. Like, I have a different mentality, I have a different tolerance, and me and her used to talk forever and ever and ever and ever. And now I'm realizing that every time we on the phone for like 3 hours, we were just venting and complaining about the dudes that we were dating. Okay, I was complaining to her, venting about like how miserable my relationship was, and she was doing the same to me, and we were feeding each other's negative energy of like complaining about this dudes that we're dealing with. And, you know, reality is, you know, like, why are you're complaining about this dude, but you're still with them? That does not make any sense. And it's like, we keep agreeing, like, yeah, that's right, you know what I mean? And we know logically here that, you know, we need to leave this relationship, this negative, toxic situationship or whatever. And next thing you know, you're still with that person. Like, you're not strong enough to actually leave. And I understand that, you know, whenever you get deep into like with somebody, it's like it gets so hard to actually like leave. It's so hard because you're so attached, you're so familiar with this person, you're so familiar with the feelings and everything, you know. But at the end of the day, I noticed and I realized that it's hard for us to leave a situation or a toxic relationship or whatever that's not making us happy, because we're not really realizing how much we need to love ourselves first. Like, it's like, listen to me, like, when I say that. If you're in a situation, if you're in a miserable job, if you're in a miserable relationship, if you are not happy where you're at in life, financially, relationship, or whatever the case, that's a reflection of who you are. That is a reflection of how you view yourself. And it's so hard to actually digest, because sometimes you feel like, yeah, I love myself. Like, I know how good looking I am. I know how much this and this and that about myself. And you know that logically it's true. You know that you're a baddie. You know that you can achieve things. You know that people look at you like they see that you're very attractive. But deep inside, you're not really understanding. You're not really like looking into yourself and be like, wait, why am I putting up with this shit? Why am I putting up with this miserable job? Why am I putting up with this miserable friend or this miserable relationship? Why am I putting up? Wait, why? Ask yourself that now. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, don't give yourself to a person that is not good for you, who is making you feel any kind of negative energy, making you feel anxious, making you feel insecure, and making you feel inadequate, making you feel like you're not the priority or whatever. And even if it's a job, you know, like I used to have jobs where I felt like I was doing the most, you know, I felt like I was doing, like I would come in very early, even though I'm not getting paid because you're not allowed to clock in early. And, you know, I would just get shit done, you know what I mean? Because I know that I'm going to be behind. And then, every time I was in a job, I would always treat it like it's my own business. And, my managers or like the people, my managers never really like appreciate, like the job that I do. Like they don't really like appreciate that, like that I was putting in more effort and work than I was supposed to. And I don't like that feeling. So that's why I was like, you know what? I have my own business. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what kind of business you're trying to do. If you're like, if you work at the salon and you know how to do hair, if you're a makeup artist, if you do this and that for other people, why don't you just do it for yourself? Be your own independent, be self-employed. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to do nails, if you know how to do hair, if you know how to clean houses, if that's something you like to do, okay, like then do it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do it by yourself. Like learn how to be your own boss. Learn how to be independent. You know what I'm saying? So nobody can fire you. Nobody can, say nothing because, you do your own thing. Period. Before this video gets way too long, I just want to get in here and tell y'all how I feel about, valuing yourself as a whole being, no matter what and no matter where you are in life right now. Know that you are amazing, that you're valuable, and you deserve the best. You deserve to get your nails done. You deserve to go shopping. You deserve somebody who can treat you well, who can give you gifts, take you out to dinner, whatever. You deserve to have your own business, to have your own place. You deserve a nice car. You deserve everything. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I need to hear myself too. So I might go back and listen to my own self, because sometimes I feel, sad and lonely and depressed. And I feel lonely in terms of like, I wish somebody could understand where I'm at right now in terms of like my entrepreneurship. Nobody really is like, that nobody really has that same mindset. Like everybody's just trying to be basic, just trying to be like boring. There's no like substance to like conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, this YouTube thing, this is like something that I want to pursue because I love YouTube. YouTube is like my YouTube is like a university for me. Like that's like, I can go to people's channel and listen to different topics that I want to listen to. It's like a podcast. It's like a radio station. It's like Netflix. I can tune into whatever channel that I know it's gonna benefit me. Not like Netflix that's gonna give me like drama shows or reality TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those are just entertainment to distract you from what you need to be doing. So, when we're, you can start your own YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to do like, hair, if you know how to do makeup, like show your skills, you know, share with the world. And you know, it's very rewarding, you know, even if it's just a hobby for you. You know, you never know, later on you're gonna be hit up with big companies or whatever that going to pay you just to promote their brand, like, because that's what I do, you know. I reach out to people that have built their own influence on YouTube or Instagram to, you know, promote my lashes or whatever. So you can get paid for that. And just think about these Instagram influencers. Like, a lot of them are like in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them are young women. And I wish like I did that when I was like, you know, younger. And you know, and get paid just to take pictures and just to, like, you know, look cute on Instagram. Like, people get paid just to take pictures. Like, just think about how easy that is. And I know that's like not something that happens overnight, you know what I mean? Because if you don't have a following, you don't have like a base of, you know, your page is like there's only 3 posts, you know. That's something that you build. Like, look, just think about something that you know you love to do, a skill that you know how to do, and think about how you can actually make money off of it. So, you know, like I said, I gave you guys so many examples. So if you guys want me to make a separate video about like side hustles or something like that, give you ideas to like earn more income, comment that down below, so I can create a separate video. And I know those videos do well because, you know, we all want like different streams of income. Like, that's how, you know, that's how we get wealthy. Because, you know, if you lose one stream of income, if you have a job and you lose that job, then you're worried, you're anxious, you're like depressed. But if you know that you have this second job, if you know that you have this third hustle, if you know you have this fourth income stream, then you're not going to be as worried, you know what I mean? And you know, during this time, you know, this is the best time for us to actually get on our feet and actually like go do our thing. But anyways, I'm about to go get my nails done right now. So if you want me to create a different video, let me know. More videos about entrepreneurship coming up for y'all. If you haven't already, check out my links in my description. Follow me on Instagram and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so you always get notified every time I upload new videos. I love you guys, and thank you for all the support and love that y'all give me. I love you. Mwah.